Alright, welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. This is one I think my cousin recommended a while ago, and it's a series that's got some interesting controversy to it. It also confused me for many years. This is called One Piece, I think.
You suck!
Oh no, it's the Pirates of Love.
Ship off the starboard bow!
Hello?
You know, she seems better equipped than the actual pirates.
That's a relief.
Well, as it turns out, the actual name, I guess, is Shonen Jump One Piece, I think. I've never really known what the actual proper title of this series is, and the reason why is that over the decades, this thing has had a lot of video games associated with it, and I always thought it was One Piece Limited Adventure or Limited Edition or something, because when I had just my Nintendo DS for all my gaming sort of handheld needs, I would see, like, it seems like every 6 months, another One Piece something adventure was coming out. And I was like, okay, I don't know anything about it. And then when I was doing the research for this, I tried looking up One Piece Limited Edition, and it was like, no, that's for like a special DVD box set or something. So I'm like, all right, that's not actually the name of it. Now, before I actually get into what I think, I'm very curious to hear what Dee thinks about this show. So what did you think, Dee?
Well, I was looking at the main character and I thought that he looked awfully familiar, and I was kind of wondering, like, how old, was this anime? And obviously it must be, quite a few years old. And I've only seen little bits and pieces here, as I said, just of the main character. I didn't know anything about the anime itself, and I didn't know that we were going to actually do this one today. But amazingly enough, I was actually pleasantly surprised, and
Oh, really?
I thought it was kind of quirky and campy. But and it was nice not to see a whiny girl.
Yeah.
Instead, there was a whiny boy. But it was nice not to see a whiny girl. So, and it was kind of a different subject matter. So, amazingly enough, I was pleasantly surprised.
Really? Wow. Okay, well, that totally blows me out of the water then, because I didn't like it at all. I found the characters super gratingly annoying, and I mean, it has, don't get me wrong, it's got some sort of silver linings to the negativity I want to spew at it, but I did not like it. I was reminded a bit, now not to any near enough degree, but I was reminded of like Azumanga Dio that we watched, which was like supremely wacky, very, very Japanese animation stuff. But I was keeping my expectations in check, and the reason why is in researching One Piece, I found out that this is actually a series of animation that had a bit of a checkered past. When it was originally created, it had, much like a lot of, like Gatchaman and a lot of other anime, it had a much more adult bunch of themes to it. And when they brought it to the West, I noticed in the end credits, the English version we were just watching said Funimation as part of the, I guess, the distributors or whatever. I also found out there was, before Funimation, I think, another distributor called 4Kids Studios or 4Kids Animation Studios, something like that. They had it on Nickelodeon or something, and I guess because they thought, oh, it's the bright colors and it's the young cast and all that kind of stuff, and it's pirates, it's easy to do like a very kid-friendly version. And then they discovered, no, it's not. So they actually did a lot of major edits. They cut a lot of stuff. They mushed episodes together. And when we were watching this one, I was listening to the opening credit music, and I'm like, this is very whimsical, very light, very dancey, happy-go-lucky stuff. Are we watching the 4Kids version? But then they were throwing around a lot of, not swear words, but like heavy language for kids. Like, oh, I'm going to kick your ass or go to hell. And I thought, okay, this is not that kid-friendly version. What the heck are we watching? And I was very, very confused. So that's why I was kind of curious to hear your perspective on it. I will say, in addition to the very capable girl who I assume will have a larger role in later episodes, I was very pleasantly surprised that the woman villain was actually not some gorgeous, dark, mysterious woman that you always get in these types of things. It was actually like a different type of person that we were seeing, and I liked that. I found that refreshing. So I liked the villain. I liked the setting to a degree, although I can't really tell what sort of time period it takes place in. I guess it's modern day, because the I can't remember, her cabin boy with the pink hair is wearing like an Adidas sort of t-shirt, so it's, I guess, modern day. But overall I didn't like much of it. Now the other thing is, okay, so they mentioned the one piece, I guess some treasure that all pirates everywhere are looking for. How did you find their explanation for the bendy, stretchy arm thing that he does?
Weird.
Yeah. Again, I had kind of a little bit of an inside track because I've seen the video games, and they do have, there's a whole bunch of fighting games where he extends his arm. I guess it's like that new Nintendo Switch game. What is it, ARMS or whatever?
Yeah, yeah.
Big, long, stretchy. I saw a lot of those for the GameCube and the Nintendo DS and various others over the years, PlayStation as well. And so I thought, okay, so I know he's got that. I thought we were going to see how he gets that power, but the way they explained it was just he eats some weird beans or something like that, and that gives him that power. So it was weird, not fully explained, but that was the least of my criticisms of it, so there. Personally, I don't want to watch anymore. Do you want to see any more?
Well, as I said, I was surprised because it was campy and quirky and stuff like that. Didn't mean that I want to continue watching it. It was okay for one episode, but honestly, I think, if I kept on watching it, it would grate on my nerves.
I find it interesting, the little, the beginning, the intro there, where I've got that one-piece little tribute video playing in the background. The animation looks really interesting, and he's a taller, older character.
Yeah.
Maybe the show gets its stride later. I know it's a huge, like Avatar or like Full Metal Alchemist. Anytime we go to cosplaying events, I see guys with the red shirt and the straw hat a lot. So I know it's got a big following, but I don't get it. This first episode doesn't work for me. Anyway, that's another Old Farts done. So thanks to my cousin, I think it was, who recommended that one. And until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.
See you next time.